Okay, fine. Then what we have done in the previous session was we have understood the application context, isn't it? We have understood how you were able to. Oh, let me go to this one. That will be better. Yes. We have understood Bean Factory, application context, Spring container, right? And singleton versus prototype. Are you sure that I hope also you have done some practice as well? Because if you from the beginning don't do the practice, don't do according to the sessions, the recording, then you might get behind. Later on, you will be it will be quite difficult for you to follow the classes as well as to understand the concepts. So we have started from the very scratch. We are not at all in the Spring Boot, though we have learned about the auto wiring and this thing in the starter project or Spring Book. But then we were starting from the very scratch. We have learned about Bean Factory and how that uh, XML path was not applying because that was deprecated. And afterwards, we have converted our code to use application context. And then we have learned about the Spring container, which is the container for the beans. And then we have learned about singleton versus prototype. A singleton is you can have multiple references, but the object will be created only once if you are referring to the single object. But in prototype, as many times as you refer to the object, a new object will be created, right? So it depends on your design where you will be using singleton and where you will be using prototype. Let us today start with the setter injection. This is also a very important thing to understand. Setter, you know the getter and setter of the encapsulated entity bin. Now here I'm going to use the setter injection. Injection, it is the IOC, inverse of control. That means because we are not controlling the objects right now through a Spring framework, we are letting the Spring to do the injections, dependency injection. Here we are trying to, we will not use the setters. We are, sorry, I mean, we are not going to use, we will not go to set a value to a property directly in the code, but we will be using that only in the config file. Let's say today you have a CEO of your company. So in 10 files, in 10 program, you have hard coded CEO equal to this Mr. this one or Mrs. this one or Miss this one. But it is not advisable to have a single value hard coded everywhere or so many places, isn't it? So what you do, you pick up from one place such that whenever there is a CEO change of CEO, what do? Are you going to change in the 10 places? It is not a good programming practice to change in the 10 places, because every time you do such a change there, because that program has a dependency on the other programs, you never know how many places you have actually hard-coded the CEO name. First of all, that is the problem. And then even if you know that, you have to make changes and you have to again put that into production. You have to go through a lot of testing again, because you might have, while doing this simple change, you might have done some harm. Otherwise, it was running correctly. So there would be a regression analysis test or regression test. There will be a full cycle of testing, such that maybe there were 100 features that was already delivered. Now, just for changing the CEO, name of the CEO, that simple change should not affect the already running, the program, the application which is running correctly. You should not be breaking that program. Therefore, it is as advisable for you, that is a wrong programming logic, to put the hard coding into 10 places. Instead, What you do it from the configuration file, because if the CEO tomorrow changes to some other person, then you will just change in one place and you do not have to deploy anything because it's a configuration change. The configuration can be directly taken over into the production. Because for that simple configuration, you are not going to do a lot of testing. Only your unit testing and user acceptance testing will do. It will save you a lot of money. Okay, that is the important thing. Therefore, we need to understand where we can set something which is going to not change every now and then. Okay, I will use it in the configuration file. Let us go back here. Did you understand why we need to inject the setter? Any questions on this? Now, if I need to do the change, I need to do the change in where? I want to do the setter injection. Where do I need to do the change? I will not do the change in the pom.xml because that is one thing my application has already started, and I knew that I have to introduce Spring framework for Spring context and Spring Beans. Therefore, I have used Maven repository that we have understood. I'm not going to change for the entire span of the project unless I need some other dependency. But my project design is over. I needed only these two dependencies and I have imported them from external place. But I don't have to go here and there. I knew that I have to go to the Maven repository because that is the repository where every other library is available. You just have to name it. Which library do you want? And you just use the POM XML and put this dependency. You copy this part from Maven repository and paste it over here. Clear? So I'm not going to touch this. Where am I going to touch this? Because my objective is I will not change anything in my application program. This is another program. I will not going to change this. This is my entity bin. I have no design change basically. I just need to see. I was doing what? I was doing obj.age equal to 18. Wasn't I doing? I was putting a parameter value to 18. Or here 18, here 19. But I'm hard coding it, right? I mean, I'm setting a value. And whenever I will do this, I'm calling the alliance getter and setter. Okay. But that I will try to avoid it. So where, in which configuration file I need to do the change?
Spring.xml.
Spring.xml. This is one thing that is, we already know that we are going to change this. We are going to add this in this place. Nowhere else. And that is called the, I will do an injection of setter. Setter injection through property. So in the property of a bin, this is a property, like, I mean, this is the bin. Okay. I have to declare it. Okay, let me not concentrate on this one. This is a property. What do you say? Isn't it? Age is a field, is a property or an attribute of a class. So I will just declare it. I'm not defining it. I'm not saying age equal to this. Neither I am the Spring container. I mean that. Anirban, can you mute yourself, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this in the app Spring container, the main file, I'm also not going to, yesterday we were doing that, but now today my importance is I would like to do it separately, doing it something else, somewhere else. I will not do it. I will not do it in the program file. I will do it in the my configuration file. How will I do this? This is called I will inject the setter. I will set it through a property of that bin. So the bin only says that there is a property called age by the name age. I will use that. I will set the value over into in this bin. Okay. So first of all, I have to define that bin. Since why it is complaining? Because I have to end the bin. If I have started the bin, I have to end the bin. Now, I do not need to mention any scope. So what is the scope by default?
Singleton.
Singleton. Very good. That means I can have multiple references. I am not going to use, this has to be unique. I am going to use align.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Anyone?
Yes, sir. Sir,
Asking me a question.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Please do it.
Yes, sir. What is the function of, sir, prototype? I have not understood, sir.
What is the function of prototype?
Prototype scope, sir. Yes, sir.
That actually has been discussed earlier in the earlier session. That is in this session, just the previous session, we have discussed about bin factory. We have discussed about application context, Spring container, and singleton versus prototype.
Okay.
This
Okay,
is
sir,
a
I will
design pattern. This
Okay,
is
sir,
a
I will
design.
follow. Okay, sir. Okay, sir, I'm following your videos. If you have any problem, I will ask you in the next session. Okay, sir.
No, but you have to go through it. It was the
Yes, sir.
previous video only. Did you not get it?
Yes, sir, I've got it.
No,
Okay.
sir.
But no, sir,
Video
video have
will
not got it, sir. Not got it, sir. Because
haven't
today, sir,
uploaded, sir.
you will upload it, sir. Actually,
Oh, the video is not uploaded.
no, sir, no, sir. That's
No,
why
sir.
I am asking, sir. That's why I'm asking.
Okay. And also, Anirban, you did not attend the session. Oh, you are not well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, it is very simple. These are just the design pattern. For this, the scope is, if you have mentioned a scope of singleton, that means every time you create you refer to this align2 with this ID, an object called align container, then basically this is an entity. Then you are actually, first time you are going to create it, but the more and more, the next time you are referring to the same align container, the same entity, but with a different ID, doesn't matter. It will not going to create another object. But it is not the case with scope prototype, because in prototype, if you are referring with various references to the same align container, but with the scope of prototype, then every time you refer to this align 3 or align 4 or whatever the ID which is referring to align container with a scope or prototype, you will create new objects. Here you do not create a new object with a singleton. Say 100 times you are referring to this align container, but with the scope of singleton, then you are not going to, it will be created only once, but used 100 times, as many times as you want. But this one, if the scope of the align the same entity bin is is when I have defined with the scope of prototype, then it will be created each time you refer to this particular bin. You cannot have the same bin. Now that is the question. Can you refer to the same bin once with a scope of singleton and one with a scope of prototype? Can you do that? Then at that point, you are trying to confuse the compiler or the runtime engine. If you try to do that, if you try to act over smart, if you act smart with the compiler, compiler will just shut the door for you. That means it will say that I'm not going to work. Because you are trying to confuse me, I will give you lots of error. So remember, if you are trying to do this with some scope, try to do it with only one scope. Or did you get it? So whenever the video will be available, you will learn it in the details. Now let us proceed. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So we had gone through that example of so many times that you are creating obj1. You are setting the age. You are getting, and you are referring to this align2. Another object you are creating with as a name of obj2, and you are creating, but the Spring framework is creating. Anyway, you are only getting it from the Spring container, and you are referring with the same to the same bin. But align2, you go there and check that align2 is of scope singleton. So there will be no new object created. This will be just a reference to the same bin. So if you try to print object age, it will print 8 if you have set it 18. Because this obj2 does not help to create the align2, which is the align container again. Clear? So you are going to just use the object as a reference to the same align. But what is happening if you are changing the prototype to this thing? Sorry, the align container to align the prototype, scope as prototype, then you are doing this 18. And you are not defining anything. So what will be the age here of the object 4?
0.
It will be 0 because this is a new object. So this align container has been created new with a new constructor. But here, as many times as you refer to align2, because that is the scope of prototype, scope of singleton, this object 2 or object 3 or object 4, whatever you do, they are not going to create a new align container. No new object is created. So if you have defined it 18, everywhere the age will be referred to an 18, till the moment you have not changed the value. Okay. Now our next thing is just that we would like to use something we are now going to use, because up to this we have done the prototype, the singleton, all these things. So we will use this example. What we are doing, simple thing. In this entire thing, you are not setting the age anywhere. And that is the purpose. That is the objective. You are not going to set the okay, we are going to come at this. But here, my objective is that I will not set the age over here in this code. I will do it in my configuration file. That is what we are discussing. That is called the setter injection. You are injecting the setter. You're setting the value as a property in the configuration file, nowhere else. Okay. So what I do, I'm just copying this part and putting it over here. So I have defined that bin with an ID. I have given any name, but this name is a reference, an ID to, it is going to refer to this same container. And the scope have I not mentioned, so it is the scope is singleton. But I have used a different ID. Now I'm putting this. I'm setting, and within this is a sub element of bin. Bin, within bin, see, this is the bins container. And within it, I'm defining few bins. This is one bin, another bin, and another bin. But in this, you have directly said only you didn't have any sub property or sub element to this bin. Here it was a single row. You are just saying the ID and what is the entity bin. Here it is align, and here it is align container. Here it is align container, and here it is also align container. You are referring with this ID, but here I have an extra row, and that row is the property, because I'm going to set my age. So I'm setting a property by the name age, and what I'm giving the value as 12 or 18 years. Are you getting me? I have defined where will I get the property? I will get the property from the align container. I have to give the same name what I have defined here. If I have given my age or employee age, then what should I do? What should be the property name in that case?
Employee age.
In that case, I have to give, just you have to remember what is name, what is value. Now this property has a name attribute and a value attribute. The name attribute should be the same as the property defined or declared within align container. So this align container is having a property defined as int employee age. I will go back to the age because that is where I have referred age everywhere. Okay, so then if I have declared it as age as a property name, I will have to change it over here as well. Clear? Any questions? Only that I have put in the property age with a value of 18, as if I have assigned a value of 18 to age. Is it clear?
Yes, no, sir, I'm not clear, sir.
Why? No. That is not the question. Again and again, Anirban, I'm saying.
Yes, sir. I'm asking that setter injection to property. I have not understood, sir, properly actually.
No. That is, you are asking the same question in a different way.
Yes.
But I will not accept that question. You have to explain your question.
Okay, sir. Sir, I'm asking that here is LN234. Okay.
Align.
So LN234, LN2, LN3, LN3, LN4.
So what are they?
Their ID,
ID means what?
bin ID. It's,
So what is the bin?
bin is the context, sir.
Bin is the context, but what is the, I'm asking, what is the bin? What is the bin that you are referring through that ID?
Sir,
This
I'm
is the ID. ID.
yes,
It
sir.
has a meaning. Why?
Yes,
Because I'm going to use this ID somewhere. Where?
yes, sir.
I'm going to use this ID when I'm trying to pick up this bin.
Yes, sir. Here, yes, sir.
Why? Because everything has a meaning. I'm trying to look because this is a Spring container.
Yes, sir.
Whenever this factory is a Spring container, container of the context,
Yes, sir.
application context,
Yes, sir.
application context. So that is a container. And
Okay,
that
sir.
container contains a lot of beans that you have created and stored. This is sort of a bucket. And one of the bean is been given a name. You are not going to mention the entire Align container with the path. No, that is not the way that you program. That's why you are using a configuration file. Whenever you are saying, you are issuing a command like get bean method, but you are passing a parameter, align4. Immediately, the runtime engine will go and check your configuration file. It will look through each and every line and try to find align4. Okay, yes, here I'm getting in line number 15, you have defined align4. Align4 is nothing but the align container with a scope of singleton. And therefore, I'm going to refer to this bin. And this bin is not yet over. This bin is also setting a property by the name age to a value called a value of 18. Where is the thing that you don't understand?
Sir, now I understood, sir.
Why didn't you understand in the beginning?
Sir,
Because
actually,
you are not trying to understand from the beginning.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your eyes are moving here and there. You're trying to follow. That is fine.
Yes,
But
sir.
the root cause is because you were not understanding why I am mentioning align4.
Yes,
If
sir.
I
Yes,
had
sir.
mentioned align3, then it will go to Spring and it will not pick up align4 because you have asked to check with align3.
Yes, sir. Same idea.
Yeah,
Same ID, so it will
it
not
will not
work,
go
sir.
to align. It will not go to align2. It will not go to align4. But it will only pick up this bin with a scope of prototype.
Okay. Yes, sir.
That's all. But it will not set anything, or it is not. Therefore, I have this purpose of setting a value of the property. Therefore, I am making it 4 because that is my application. That is my business logic.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
So I am this phenomena, this particular process is called the setter engine. You are setting a value
Oh.
as if you are saying age equal to 18.
Yes, sir.
But you cannot do like this because this is not a Java file. This is an XML file. It's a configuration file. You cannot do that. How you can do that? You use a property element, XML element, property, which is under bin. So bin knows that I can have a sub element by the name property. You cannot give anything like properties. That is wrong. That you have to know that I have a in the bin, because see, it is very, the names have been given very logically, because a entity bin can have a property, And this is called a property. This is called a property.
Property.
You will say that this is a variable. I will say you could have said this is a variable. That is not a problem. But since this is an entity bin, I will say this is a property because it refers to the table fields. Entity is nothing but a alias of a table on the application level. Here.
Yes.
Let us move ahead. So what I have done here, I have given a sub element which is property. I have set the age of the property as with a value of 18. Clear?
Yes.
I save it. Now I go over here. Then what I'm doing is I have picked up that align 4 and then this object, I know I can go. What is this object actually? Of obj5? Anyone? What is the type of obj5? When you say obj5,
Align
it's a name. Huh?
Align container.
Align container. This is the type. Why only Shantan is speaking? Ashish, Aranya, so many people are there. So you will also try to respond because
Yes,
tell me if you didn't understand. I will again go. Again, I have no problem in repeating again.
No, sir, it's bullet, sir.
Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
This object 5 is nothing but, obj5 is nothing but the name of an object created through, created of type align. That means this is an object of type align container. Okay, an align container is this class, and this will be the default constructor. And now I am calling a method within the align container. That is what I'm doing here. So obj5.code. So the code is a method within the align container, and that code is a parameterized the method, because I'm sending one parameter.
Yes, sir. Sending one argument.
And there I'm giving this message only. Okay, this is a message, this is a string. So yes, this is a string type of the parameter. The parameter is a string type.
Sir, I can pass integer also, no, as argument.
You can also send an integer. So you, in that case, but you need to send it as an object. So integer, not int.
Okay, yes, sir.
But for the timing, I'm sending just a message or a string. Just 1 minute. So what I'm saying, I'm just changing it to string. You
Yes.
can give it any name. Doesn't matter.
Name can be anything. Sir.
Just don't give any keyword.
Okay.
You should not give anything like object. You can give that. But better not to do that. I will say simply obj. Then you have to change this one as well, because
OBJ, yes.
that particular, whatever you have sent from the application, you are sending this string. So you are referring to that string as a string object, obj. You are just giving it a name, but the type is string.
String, sir.
So you are mentioning that I want to print obj. So what will it print? It will print obj5 : space. And then it will say, I am coding. And this plus is concatenation. But at the same time, I am getting a problem here. I'm saying that my get age. Acha, tell me what is happening here? You are setting a value, isn't it? You are setting a value into the age property of the entity called align container. Now this is an entity bean. Can you set directly? No. You have to use, because this is a property. So this is a property. You are directly saying age equal to 18, but through property. So can you do that? Even if you try to do that over here in the code itself, then you need to do with a getter and setter. But in a code, the advantage was I didn't need to use getter and setter. The getter and setter for this was all made of. Why it was made of? Because just to show you that this align container object created, this one is getting used by Spring Framework. You are not using any new to create this obj5. Just to show that. So you are, even if you are setting the age, you are not using any getter and setter, because this was being set by the Spring Framework. Because of IOC, you are not creating any object. But the thing is, here the Spring, it has initialized with as a property. That is the issue. If you have done it over, at that time I was making that int age, I was making it off. Today I am making it on. So the property belongs to align container. An align container is an entity bin. This is an entity bin class. Okay. So if I have to change anything of a property of a entity class, I would have to do it through what? Because these are encapsulated. It is an entity bin. You have to do it through
Getters and setters.
getters and setters. So now, because you are setting it for align container, therefore the mandate is that you have to use the setter property, the setter method of the container, of the entity. So what you do, you go here and open the setter. This is the getter. You open this setter. That means the moment you try to assign a value 18 into age, the setter method will be called into action. Or will it? No, because you have already set it. Where? You have already set it in the configuration file. So I do not need this as well. That is the beauty. But only setting will not do, because you are also trying to display the age taking from the configuration file. The age is 18, fine, you have set it. But then you do not need to call the setter, but you need to call the getter, because what?
To
Because
get the
unless
value.
you will not be able to return the value. That is these are the hidden data, encapsulated data. Just for the security reasons. Though I have set it here, I'm able to do it fine because I'm using a configuration file of Spring. Okay, I can do it. But to display it, I cannot do like this. I cannot directly access the age. I will not get any compilation error, but let's see. Okay, I have not got any compilation error. So you should see the value of age as 18. You expect it, right? I'm not making the getter open. Let it be in comment. And I will also save this. Let this be just directly. I'm trying to access the age which has been set within the configuration file. Let me run this. Is there anything open? No. So only this part I'm working for. I'm using the setter function, or not the setter function, the setter injection or property injection, you can say. Okay, I'm getting some error. What is the error? Oh, yes. You see, this is the root cause. I don't have to check all these errors. I just have to go to the caused by. And it is caused by not writable property exception. So this is an exception. And the error is you are not able to write the property. Invalid property age of bin class. Bin property age is not writable or has an invalid setter method. Does the parameter of the setter match the return type of the getter? So you have just opened one, there is nothing. There is the setter of age and the getter of age, both are commented out. That is the problem. It is clearly giving you this. Yes, you have tried to assign the value of 18 to age. Fine, I can accept that. And that age is a defined or declared property under the entity bin. This one. This one. It's an instance property or instance variable, but for the entity. In fact, therefore, that is correct. This part is correct. But since it is an entity, because it's a bin, you are doing that under bin, isn't it? You are doing this under bin. Now you have to follow the bin, the setters and the getters, because the entity bin cannot work or set any value or display any value. You cannot get or set without using the getter and the setter property methods. Therefore, it is imperative now that you open this. Did you get the error? Get the problem? Where the problem lies? You can ask me question over here. This is important to understand. If you don't understand this, you will not be able to, you will always keep on getting the error. This is an entity bin because you have defined it like that. You have said that this is the bin. I have given the ID to the bin as this, but this bin is aligned container. You have defined this. That class is a bin class or a bin type or a bin entity bin. That is what you did, right? Therefore, if I do something like this, I'm trying to set this into age, assign this into age, which is a property of that bin. I cannot do it without the setter. Without the setter, I will not be able to do it. Okay, right now I make it off. The getter, I make it off. I understood that I cannot set anything without the setter, set age. Okay, I make this on. I go over here. I say that, okay, I have made the setter on, setter on, I have set this age because the age has been given to me from the property. So the property value now is 18 because it has been set by the configuration file. Fine. But how will I do it in the entity bin? I cannot do it without the setter. Therefore, this was the setter which has got the age from the assigned value of age through the Spring XML. And now I have to just, because it is a hidden data, encapsulated data, therefore I need a setter to actually get it available publicly. Okay, let me run this. Will I get any error or will I get any value like the age? Okay, let's see. Oh, yes, I got it. I got the value. Can you see this?
Yes, sir, 18.
And also that you see that there is age assigned, and who is giving this message? This message is given by the setter. Setter, age assigned.
Yes, sir, settlement.
Okay, and it has set the age. The age was defined by spring.xml, that configuration file. That is called the setter injection. But somebody would like to use because I have used the setter. So what is the big deal if I do the get age, which is, see, A should be capital, the getter method. But here it is giving red because I have not defined it. Now I defined it. Are you getting me? There are two ways. Either you can directly mention .age, obj5.age, because the property has been set, the value has been set. Therefore, you can directly display it, or you can use get age. Now, to do this get age, I will always go for the get age. I will not directly mention. This is not the correct way. This is the correct way. You use, if you have said use the setter of the encapsulated entity bin, then you must use the getter as well. So I have done the getter. I will save this, but I will get the result same as this, or do I? I don't know. Let me check. Let's save this. I will say run. Oh yes, I'm getting the same result, and the age assigned and everything the same. So I will prefer to go by the getter. So this is the getter and the setter, because what you have done in the meantime using property age in spring.xml, you have done this. Because now if the age, the company decides that my joining age, minimum joining age should be 21 years, then where do we change? You change in one place. Otherwise, if you had done it in the program itself like this, you have to change the program. And if you do some change in some program, you have to go for the entire testing cycle. And testing is a costly thing. So to avoid your company's money or the customer's money, you should do something which will help you save a lot of money. So that's the reason you do it in one place. So if now today the company says my joining, so only I will take only the persons with a minimum age of 21. So during the joining date, I will check the date, the age. If the age is more than 21, then only the candidate is eligible for an employment. So instead of changing in too many places, I'm doing it in one place because I have designed my code like this. Now you see, I have just changed in one place. I didn't change anything over here. I didn't change anything over here. I didn't change anything. I have to just change over here. Okay. I will run this. Yes, now it has changed to 21. Clear? That is called the setter injection, the property injection. Setter or property injection. Fine. Better to say, because everywhere it will be referred to as setter injection. Any questions for setter injection? This is called injection. You are injecting. Anything you do within the configuration file is an injection. Anything you do within the POM file, which is also a configuration file, is an injection. POM is the project level and Spring is the application level. That's why you are having this Spring.xml under source main Java, whereas POM is under the project. Under project, yes, because POM is project object model or a configuration, project configuration file. Whatever the project has the dependencies of, you have injected those dependencies. This is also a injection, dependency injection. You have done it within the POM XML. But here, this is an application level dependencies or injections. That is what why you are doing within this particular configuration file. But the entire purpose, is it clear? And how you do it, is it clear? I will suggest you always go by the getter method to display something. Here, you have assigned it. That means you have to use the setter method. That is fine. You have opened the setter method, but don't leave this. So if you open this, if you have done defined the setter method, you also define the getter method, because it is after all an entity bin, encapsulated one. Can we proceed to the next topic, which is the constructor injection? Now I have done the property injection. Now we will see how to do a constructor injection. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So let us use this one as well. Let me do it with the same example. Align 4. Align 4. Okay, I will use the same example. So let me change the Spring. I will do the constructor injection. So basically what you do, whenever you are trying to do this, you have to pass that in the constructor as an argument. And then you mention what the value is. So let me just copy this one. Copy this one and put it over here. I will just not give any comments. I'm saying that in the same bin called by align 4, which is referring to the align container entity bin, I can set the property or age 21, or instead of doing this, I can do it through the constructor as well. And I will pass an argument, and that I will define when I define the parameterized constructor of the entity bin. I will do that. And I will pass a value of, let's say, here I give a value of 18. And also I do not want to set the age I do not want to set the age through a property. I want to set the age through a constructor with an argument. So can you think of what the argument should be in the constructor? I will go to the align container, which is the entity, which is the class. Can you give me a constructor and the parameter passed into that constructor?
Public align container.
And
Int
within
age.
brackets, what
Int is
will be
age.
there?
Sorry, int age.
Oh, fantastic. What Shantan is saying, is it clear to all of you? What my question was it clear? I was asking if I have to give it like this. Now, this bean has also a known element, sub-element as constructor dash arg. You cannot give anything like argument. That will be wrong because these are all defined elements by XML. So XML knows that if I have a bin, basically this is a DTD or DSD. You will see this is the schema. Who is giving the schema? The Spring Framework. This is the XML defined by Spring Framework. Okay, and the schema. So you will find that the XML system design have been given by Spring Beans. It is using a schema of beans defined by Spring Work. Schema of beans. Everything has a and this is a XML namespace. The namespace is beans. The schema, which is beans. So everything has a meaning, and it is defining the container. So everything is a very much defined. This constructor dash argument arg has been defined by Spring Framework under this schema beans and defined under Spring Beans. That is one that you have imported or injected Spring Beans. Everything has a relation. If you try to understand, you will think like a story. Everything is linked to the other one. But if you don't want us, if you want to understand on the very higher level, that means superficially, then you need not understand this. But since I have understood like this, and that helped me to understand deeper aspects of a language or a framework, I also wanted to impart that. I wanted to share the knowledge with you. Whether you accept it or not, it's up to you, but that might help. That is my understanding. So now you understand that this I cannot give anything else. I have to go by that XSD. That is the data definition. So this bean has been defined. This constructor, this property has been defined. This everything has been defined here. The scope, singleton, scope, prototype, everything has been defined. Okay, and it is defined is using XML. Anyway, so my question was, if you have to do the constructor of this align controller container, then your constructor should pass an argument where you are passing this value 18. So what is the argument? What is the parameter in the constructor? Age. Very good. Let's see if there is no constructor defined. This is a default constructor. I cannot have any parameter. But this default constructor is needed for Spring Work to create the object. We are not creating, but we have to give this a default constructor. You might not give anything within the body can be null. Body can be but it still works. Why I have given this? Just to let you know that we are not creating this. Somebody has done use that new aligned container, and that is Spring framework. Therefore, this align container object created, this one getting displayed. As many times as you create the object, or not you, but the Spring framework, Spring core will create this object. Every time it will be displayed. Anyway, but I can just, for the timing, I am taking this out. Let it be empty default constructor. So, isn't this the constructor?
Yes, sir.
I should make it on. Then only my the error that I got earlier will be avoided. Sorry, not the error. I mean, this one should be given because I am using a constructor argument. Okay, first of all, because I am doing this the first time, let us say that there was no constructor like this. I will save this. Now I go to, let me save this as well. I have given this constructor arg value 18, but it might not work. I have kept it on, but afterwards I will take it out. Let me run this. Oh, it has got given you error and exception in thread main. Error creating bean with the name align4 defined in class path resource could not resolve matching constructor. So basically it is saying that I am not being able to find the constructor, because here you have mentioned that there is a parameterized constructor, but where is the constructor? I go into align container, I'm not finding any constructor. That is the error. Okay, now I take this out. Clear? I save this. I go back. I run this. Okay, yes, it is working now. See, this 18, it is no longer 21. Where is this 18? So this constructor, you have passed a value 18. That means you have created this. Okay. Within the constructor. And then therefore, you needed to make this constructor available. Okay, then you can say, sir, can we take out this because you have one constructor that is fine. Can I take this default constructor out? Let me see. Maybe it might work. I don't know. I'm running this again. So I'm trying to get this age, which is, I'm going to get this entire thing. Let me see whether it works. Oh, why? Because I have two types of error. Bean instantiation exception. This is the first error. And no such method. Align container. Because do you see init? You see init. Fail to instantiate. See, fail to instantiate means it is not being able to create. No default constructor found. Because otherwise, how will the Spring framework create the object? Okay, that is very important to understand for you. The object might be that constructor might be empty and without any parameter. It has to be without any parameter because default constructor cannot be with any parameter. But at least I have to have a default constructor. Now you see If I run it, it will be back to correct. It is correct. Another thing, somebody can ask me one more thing, that I am giving this constructor argument a value of 18, and that argument I have given that as age. So I am basically assigning a value 18 into the instance property or the property of the entity bin as 18. Here, actually the meaning is, from the constructor I'm setting age equal to what? 18. Because you are passing an 18, value 18. So there it is coming with a age of 18. And that 18 I'm storing in under age. Is that clear? The entire cycle?
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir.
Now, my question to you is, since this has been assigned not through a property C, I have made it commented out. Okay, let me give a gap. So between this property and the constructor R, a property, I have made this off. So do you think that this is needed? What is the property? Property is age. You are setting the age through a property. But I am right now, I am not doing that. I have made it off. I'm doing the same thing, but now through the constructor. So do you think this is required? Set age, get age, or the getter and the setter?
No.
No. Can I take it off?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Logically, it should be taken out. But one problem is there. I also agree with you. Why should I? Because I'm directly using the constructor to set the age, like here. So why should I need to do another setting? No. I'm not doing through property. Fine. There, but here I have used get age. So what shall I do? I have to just mention
Age.
Yes.
age. That's all. Now you see, I will suggest you, because now we are not using getter and setter. Why to waste space in the memory? Because everything, whatever functions you define, everything gets loaded into the memory. Memory is costly. So I will not do that. But it was not giving any problem if I had kept it open. But why? Why to do that? Because I am not using the property. I'm not setting the property age through property element. I'm using constructor. I am doing a constructor injection. So I will not have any setter and getter and setter. So my expectation is that it should run. Let's see. I don't know. It might fail. Oh, it is working. So it is working without the setter and the getter. Okay.
Yes.
So do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
happy
sir.
that I
Yes,
can
sir.
inject property? I can inject through constructor.
Yes, sir.
These two topics are covered. These are very important concepts.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now another
So
thing
this,
I
sir,
would like to do.
yes, sir. Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. This will this interviewer can ask this question. No? This type of question, sir.
An interviewer going to definitely ask these questions if there is a Spring subject.
Okay.
These are the
So
best.
what type, sir, based on this concept, what type of questions the interviewer can ask actually? Can you tell?
We can discuss that after we have completed. We will have 1 or 2 sessions with all the Spring related questions. Okay. But we have not yet learned the full thing.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So at the right time, we will, once we complete it.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Oh, acha, you are saying that because you already know Spring Boot, then you can ask Sunit to supply you with all the questions. If there is any possibility that you can sit for an interview for Spring Boot.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you can
Okay,
ask
sir.
always to
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
okay to Alok
Okay.
sir or your
Sunit sir. Sunit sir.
Punit sir. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So we have completed the constructor injection. We will try to understand ref attribute, reference. Now, I will come to that. This is constructor. So I will just make this off. Let me take this out as well. Now I'm going to do with the ref. Okay. What is ref? See, I will like to have another object within, because slowly we are going towards what? Slowly we are going towards AutoWire. Okay, so we have to understand the ref, because this is AutoWire is nothing but you are trying to inject a component into another component, or better to say at this stage, because you are not aware of Spring Boot, you can say that AutoWire is nothing but an injection of dependency of an object with another object. So, and then how I will set that reference. Here I'm saying that I would like to get the help of another object or a class, entity class, laptop, and reference is lap. So I'm just declaring it. Like I've declared the age property. I'm declared now this is not a property. What is this?
This is an object.
This is an object. So let me create that object, or I have already that object. So I'm just calling this. So it's a very simple class. The class name is laptop. So any employee of that company will have laptop. So I am saying laptop. I've given a class. I've created a class by the name laptop. And in that class, I have only one method called compile. And I'm saying that within that, what I'm saying is laptop object calls method compile to inform code compiled. Now, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the laptop object with a reference. So lap is an object of type laptop, but I am using where? I'm trying to inject that. I'm trying to inject over in the class align container. So this object is calling another object because, or this object reference, I'm going to refer this laptop object through the object or the entity called align container. I do not need this, right? Can I remove this because my constructor injection is over?
Yes,
I make this off. Whichever I don't require, I do not put in.
so
This
why
type-
laptop is private? So that private laptop lab
Private laptop is, you can make it public, but why?
Public
Because
also.
this entity is a encapsulated one. This object is also private to me. I would not like to get everyone access to that. This is my
Okay,
laptop.
so
I will not give an access to everyone. Therefore, I am saying private. Think in a real term, in a real life scenario.
so it can be changed to public also. No?
It can be changed to public also, but the purpose is not solved. I would not like to give an access to the object through the object type lab of laptop, I will not like to give everyone. Whoever has subscribed or whoever has will be logged into my application will only get the application. I'm not going to that far, but let's say this is some encapsulated. We are sort of injecting. We have not come to auto wiring, but let's say that we are sort of injecting a reference of another object within. So we are referring to another entity object from one entity object.
Yes, sir.
I'm just giving a reference. Now, since I have used this laptop and I'm going to use this, and therefore the laptop, okay, I will not initially open the get and set, because anyway, can you see that this lab, though it's an object, but it can have also an getter and setter?
Yes, sir. Setter, sir. Yes.
Getter and setter?
Yes, sir. 44 line number 48.
Yeah. But getter and setter we usually do for what? Properties? For any fields, like if there is a property called age, then we say set age, get age. A being capital, like here, get age, set age. But here, though I am calling a laptop, which is an object entity class from another entity class, it is sort of an injection. So I can do this as well. I can have a setter method and a getter method for the object. The lab, I have not defined any property. This is not a property. This is an object. So I can get a getter and setter method of an object as well. But right now I'm making it off. No need to confuse. Okay. Let us come here. We have to do something over here. Can I use a property to refer? Okay. First of all, let me tell you that let me use this as a property. Let me say I will be passing as a value, like we have assigned age with a value of 21 through a property. Let me do the same thing. Let me give a gap. Property name lab, refer lab. Now, what is lab? Did I anywhere define it as lab? Refer lab, ref, the refer means ref. This is called a ref attribute. Okay. This is the ref attribute. Okay, first of all, let me check the correct one. I mean, not the correct one. The way that you have learned that whenever you are assigning any value, what you do for a property? For a property, this is the entire bin, starting from here, ending here. Okay, there I have defined earlier a property name age, and I've assigned a value of 21. So value. So I thought that I can do the same thing. I will define lab. So this property, as if I am doing it as a property. But remember, again and again, I'm saying this is not a property. This is a property. But let's say we still don't have this concept. We see that, okay, if I can do the assigning of the value with age, which is a property, like the one we have done over here, we can similarly do for the object as well. Let's try. What's the harm in trying? So what I'm doing, I have said that this is a laptop type lab. So I know this is the property. Okay, maybe it's an object property. Let's say fine. I'm saying that my value is lab. And my property is lab. Will it work? Will it work? Value is something which is for a property, it works. I'm trying to assign a value called lab to a property, to an object, but apparently I'm checking whether I can do it through property. Because after all, in the final thing, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this object lab. How I'm doing this? Okay. I'm going to let me close this. This is the property, fine. I will start using the object, the entity object. So let me open this one. So think of this OBJ. OBJ, another OBJ, but now I'm using align 5 so that there is no confusion. Or I can use align 4. What's the harm? Okay, I will better use the same thing, align 4, yeah, because okay. Okay, I can use that. Let me continue with that align 4. So I will just refer to align container, but align container is referring to what?
Laptop.
Laptop. Did I define in my this thing? So as many bins as you will define anywhere in this application, you have to define that bin. Did I define that bin anywhere?
No.
So how will I use something called lab? Is there any mention of anything? Like here you have an ID. So what I do, I will just pick up. Yeah. Just bear with me for some time. As many times as many bins you declare or define within your application, that many times you have to define the bin in the bins container, because from here it will pick up. Your application will pick up from here only, from the Spring container. This is the bins is the Spring container for the bin container. Now, can you match the ID with the name? Lab and lab?
Yes.
Because this
Yes.
lab refers to laptop. Laptop is another entity bin. Otherwise, how will you use it? So you are defining that in the bin, like what you have defined over this. I'm keeping the same name, align 4. Correct? Any questions over here? Because now you have got the solution that I was not getting what my name is. What is the, did I give it arbitrarily or there is some logic in giving this name? So this name is nothing but it is defined within the property, because this object is not actually a property. But for that you have made that property understand that it's an object property. Why? Because this lap is nothing but the ID lap, and this lap refers to an entity bin called laptop, and that is why it is a bin. We have included within bin tag. Okay. And what is this value? So will it work like value 18 or value 21, like age? Now it is an object property, and the value should also work, because I'm going to use this value to call. Oh, here I'm not calling it. So what I do, okay, I will use this. I've changed it to obj, and let me change it to what was the object? What was the object? obj6, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have to give it obj6. Fine. So what I'm saying, that I'm passing what? Object obj in the code. Where I'm calling this code from? I'm calling this code after I have created this object obj6. Maybe not me, but Spring Framework. Obj has been created and it's calling the code, passing this message or a string. So basically, I'm calling the code. So it will go to align container. It will execute this code with the obj6. So will the obj match obj6? If it is true, of what? If it matches the sequence of characters in the string, then call compile method of what?
Sir, OBJ.
What is obj?
No, sir.
What is obj? Tell me.
OBJ
Obj
6.
is nothing but obj6. You are
OBJ
passing
6,
that
yes.
obj6.
OBJ 6. Yes.
And what is obj6? What is obj6?
OBJ 6 is sir, property, sir.
I'm saying object,
Object.
and you are
Object of
saying,
align container.
Sorry, sorry.
Ah. Why, Nirvan, are you not understanding this one?
No, sir. Can you repeat again, sir? One more.
I'm asking you, what is obj6? It is in front of your eyes.
Object.
It's an object. I also understand, but object of what type?
Align container, sir.
So what is align container? It's a bin.
Bin, yes, sir.
It is calling another. It is calling another. Not calling. It is declaring another entity bin, laptop,
Yes, sir.
and given it a reference by lab,
Yes.
and it is using the lab. And here this statement, I'm trying to understand whether obj contains obj6. This contains is a function. So obj6, I will go back. Is it obj6?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You do not mention equals. Equals will always return false. Why? Can you tell me? What is the difference? I'm not teaching you that function contains and equals. You can find it for yourself. But I'm saying you that obj dot equals within brackets. You are saying double quotes obj6. Will it be true or false? Obj is an object. Obj is nothing but
It is an
obj6.
object, obj6 is.
And
Same thing.
obj6, what is passed into the code, into the function code? The function code passes
This
a
is string, sir.
obj. This is just any name, but actually you are passing this entire string. So will it match?
No, sir, it's not much.
No, sir, not much.
So,
It will not work.
string and object is not much.
No, not that. Will it equal
Value will be not matched.
to obj6? Think of it. What is it? It is this string. I'm checking this string where I am saying that this object, what is that object? I have given this name only. This is a string obj. You can give it any name. No, better my string or message. Just a message. Then do I have to change this one and this one? Try to
Yes.
understand,
Yes, sir. To change that.
because this is what I'm passing as a parameter. So I'm worried about this parameter. This parameter is an object, that is fine, but the name of this parameter is message. Now I'm saying message equals to obj6. Now it is more clear. Is this message equals obj6?
No.
No, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What was the message? The message was, okay, will this be equal to this?
No.
No, it's a strict equality check. But if you say contains, now will it be true?
Yes.
See, obj6 is contained within obj6 space colon dash colon space. So this is one which is matches with this. Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Align this one, this message dot contains obj. Is this true?
Yes.
But if you say obj7,
No, sir.
False.
okay, let me, this is again coming to obj. Better to say object6 message. Okay. Now I go to this and I say object6. Will it be true now or false?
True.
Sure?
Yes, sir.
The rest of the class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's equal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So will obj6 message colon dash space be equal to or contains? be true. True or false? My question. Will obj6 space message space colon dash space contains obj6?
True.
It is going to be true.
True, sir.
It is true. It has to be true. But if you say equals, no, it is never equal.
No, it false.
Then it becomes false. So therefore, I am ensuring that at least obj6, because my object is I at least to identify that I am created obj6. So at least it matches obj6. Therefore, it will be true when I say contents. Now, if it is true, then I will say lap dot compile. Now, what is lap? Lap is nothing but this thing.
Object of laptop.
So you go to laptop and you execute this compile. So this message will be printed. But the problem was you did not have, you are trying to use this property lap. Now this lap and this lap matches. So actually you are referring to the correct place. The bin, correct bin. That part is fine. But what about this part? Can an object be a value? When I refer to a value, be assigned as an, like the 21 or 18, sorry, 21, it's a primitive value. So that can be assigned to a property. But lap or laptop is not a primitive type. It is an object. Therefore, you cannot use value. But let's see, I might not be correct. Let me understand by running this. So everything is done. I should be happy to run this. It will also match. But whether this will compile. Okay. Let me check. I'm saying, okay, is this align 4? Yeah, is it align 4? Yeah, it is align 4. So I'm running this. I got the cause, the main cause is not writable property exception. Not writable property exception where invalid property lap, you see, it is correctly mentioned what mistake I have done. This is lap is not a property. It cannot be assigned directly with a value of a bin class. Bin property lap is not writable or has an invalid method. Okay. So what do? I will have to change the configuration. I cannot use a value. I can use an attribute called ref to refer to an object. This value is for property. But this ref is for an object called lap. Is that clear? Now I can refer to a laptop object. I go here. I say run. Now it is getting writable object. Oh, okay. See, one thing that is a mistake. I am mentioning property. Property is like your assignment. I am assigning this laptop object to this bin. What is the bin? This is called object later on. You will understand auto-wire, and auto-wiring is also a form of object injection. Or later on, you will see that it becomes what? Component injection. Auto-wiring is nothing but component injection. Now, what I'm doing, I'm injecting by reference. So this is called ref attribute. Ref attribute. So with this ref attribute, you can refer to an object. Unlike the value, you cannot use a value over here. And but the another, so that means you are assigning an object to whom you are assigning, or you are injecting an object into what? Into a bin called align container, isn't that? Because in align container, you go and check that it is calling laptop, isn't it? It is also a sort of injection, but that injection has been aided because you are not using any annotation like auto. Why? You cannot do that because you have not used the Spring Boot. So you are doing through the configuration, but this configuration can only refer to an object, but that object assignment is within another bin. So align container is being injected with another entity bin called laptop, and you are enabling that through ref. But after all, this is a property. So what did you do here in this property? When you said property, you're assigning a value 21 to age. Didn't you do that getter and setter? Anything
Yes.
you do with a property assignment, you must do with a getter and setter. So which getter and setter? Is it of age? No, it is lap. And that indirectly it is the object called laptop. So what do? I have to enable the getter and setter of the object. Are you clear?
Yes.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Because it is a property, and to assign an object into another object, which is another bin, I cannot do it simply without the the object being injected, which is laptop. I have to enable the setter and the getter. Clear? I don't know. Maybe that is a solution, but unless it runs correctly, it's very difficult to predict. Let me run this. Because why did I get this not writable property exception? It is giving me clear message. I will go by the error message and I will try to debug. That is how you start debugging. You will get so many errors. You have to debug yourself. Nobody can help you. Because I found that bin property lap is not writable or invalid setter method, because it is not finding any setter method at all. Basically, it is setting up lap into align container by the name align4. For that, I had done this. I've enabled the getter and the setter. Okay. And you will say, why lap? Why not laptop? Because laptop is not the property. You see, aligned container. What is this? This is small LAP. So whenever, like this is age, small age. So whenever you are setting the age, you are set capital AGE. Similarly, here I will say get capital LAP, set capital LAP. That is the convention. I cannot go against this convention. Let me run this. I don't know whether it will run correctly or not. Oh, yes, it ran. Are you getting me? Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Everyone else? See, I am using the same ID, bin ID. This bin ID has a purpose to refer to the align container. And within this align, this bin, I have set a property. All these things are taken out. Okay, you don't worry about this. They are off. I am trying to refer, I'm trying to use a property by the name lab, and that name lab is because I have set another bin by the name ID lab, which is because I'm referring to a laptop within. So this is setter, and I will do this. This is the object inside. This is the setter injection or property, better to say. Property. And here this is the object or entity. Entity injection. Through the ref attribute, you cannot use a value here. Value attribute. It's a ref attribute. So I will make it within double quotes. Here it is a now tell me, is there any confusion over here? I have to define the bin again and again if there is any reference to another new bin. So since align container refers to laptop, injected a laptop, so therefore I have to define this bin as well, laptop. Because this is a configuration file.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
What I'm doing, I'm just creating this object obj6 by the name through this align4 alias or ID, and I'm getting the bin. Once I got the bin from the Spring container or the entity container, I am calling a code of align container, the code method of align container. What does the code of align container say? That it is saying that I will print the message I am coding. So it is said I am coding. So this part obj6 message is nothing but obj6. So what you have done, you have said obj exactly this one. You see obj6 message.
Yes, sir.
I am coding. Who is giving this I am coding? Go to align container.
Align
Because
container.
you have called align containers code method. So go and study that. I am coding has been given inside the code method. Okay.
Yes, sir. That is good.
Now, who is going to give this? See, because it matches. If message, that means this message contains a word obj6. If it is true, then only you call the compile method of the lap object, which is nothing but laptop. So it will go there and execute the compile method, and the compile method gives you that message. Okay, let me change this. Let me change to equals. Clear? I will again run this. Oh, you are only getting OBJ message. I'm code OB6 message. I'm coding because this didn't do it returned false because message is not equal to only OBJ6, but the message has this thing. The entire thing is this message. So it is not equal, but definitely if I say contains, that means that is a word, that is one of the matching word in this sentence. Matching word in this sentence. Now it will work. You see? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, what is the difference between contents and equals? Can you say again? Difference between.
I will ask you to go through the recording again because when I explain it, you are not asking me. After I have kept on explaining this, how many times I explained it over here, then you didn't ask me. I explained it over here.
Okay, sir. I will watch your video and then if you not understand, I will say you.
But you need to understand, I cannot keep on explaining. Na?
Yes, sir,
You
yes, sir.
see, you have to go with the class.
Yes, sir.
You be attentive when I am explaining that. At that point, you ask me. If I have already explained about that entire thing, then you are asking me what is the difference.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir.
Because otherwise the progress will be very slow.
Yes, sir.
You have to understand. I cannot help because that is the industry standard. Nobody will. Okay, PCS Global is not ruthless, but are the other companies where you work in the corporate environment, they are very ruthless people. These managers, these project managers, they will not listen to any of your argument because it's a loss and profit for the company.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
And the loss and profit is only because of the employees.
Yes, sir.
How good you are or how bad you are.
Yes.
You have to understand. Anyway, we have almost done with our class today. I thought I could complete this thing, but only two things are left: auto wire, primary bin. Even if you are going slow, doesn't matter because if you understand, that is the main plus point.
Yes, sir.
Hope all the class, everyone has understood a bit.
Yes, sir.
That
Yes,
is,
sir. Understood a bit, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understood not.
see, if you do not understand, we cannot keep on getting stuck into the same place. We have to progress.
No, sir, I will go to the recording
Yeah.
continuously.
Sir, go to the recordings and then if you have any doubt, we will ask you. Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Okay, sir.
But if you have a doubt,
Yes,
but
sir.
if you have a doubt for everything, then there is problem somewhere.
No, sir. No problem. No, every doubt. Everything is not a doubt. A particular thing is a doubt. That
Sure. You can always ask.
everything
But you
cannot be
have
doubt.
to, see, whenever you ask me a question, you have to be very clear what the question is. If you say,
Yes, sir.
sir, I do not understand, that is not a question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I cannot understand what you are not understanding.
Yes, sir. Logical question I have to ask, sir.
Correct.
Logical.
Okay.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
yes, sir.
No
Okay,
problem.
sir.
So the next day we will use the auto wire and the primary bin because that is not a very big chapter. Just only you have to understand there are a few types of auto-wearing, but this auto-wear and this auto-wear is totally different. This is through the annotation, and here this is through the configuration file. That is the main objective why we are learning this topic, Spring Core IOC, because we have to understand how much configuration we needed to do. This is what you are doing is all configuration. Whatever you are doing here is all configuration. Now, suppose a person who is new to Spring, will he be able to understand or debug? Suppose you are not there, no longer in the company, somebody else has replaced you. He has to go through all your configuration file and he will go mad. This is a small program. This is a small application. Think of an application big as like a payroll application. Okay. He will go mad because there will be thousands of lines in this configuration file. This is only a small program. Even if this is a small program, you have written so many lines. Okay. That is why we are studying Spring Boot, because Spring Boot will entirely take out all this configuration. No need for any configuration at all. So how much fast your program will become, how much quickly you can complete your coding. Clear? But unless you understand all these things, you will not understand the beauty of this thing. Why today you are writing small code? In a small code, you are doing a lot of things. Earlier, you have to write a big code doing for small things. For small thing, even you have to write a lot of code. Even the configuration is also a code, part of the code. Okay. Anyway, we are stopping here. And I will stop the